So now we have to text Julie that they sent over. Sends over a picture.
It will appear on the video. Are we on?
We are.
Oh, yes, sorry guys. Hey guys. Whoa, you there? Have you seen them over there?
Yeah, look at this. Yeah,
look at that.
Yeah, all there.
Yeah.
Hey folks.
We're not all here.
Yeah, we're not all here. Yeah, so
we're not all here.
It's our good friend Carlos again.
Yeah, who's
you know, this is a bit worrying, but I don't want to change places with him. I think this is not nice.
No.
Yeah.
He said he actually texted us about midday to say he hadn't slept for 72 hours. And actually I should have pointed out to him it's actually not as bad as that, because he hasn't slept for 71 hours, the other one they put forward.
No, true, yeah.
So it's always a better side. Hi.
Hello, Soul Shop.
Head of Soul.
Yeah, we haven't met before. Hey, mate.
Hey. So, yeah, Carlos is not with us. So a few things have not gone on, shall we say. First one, hours going forward. Have you all had the hours gone forward today? Is it just some of you? I know some countries do and some countries don't.
I realised when I looked at my microwave, my microwave, why does this show different on my phone?
Yeah.
And
well, there was a news story, and we'll get some electronics, honestly, guys, very shortly. So there was a news story today, like on Sky News UK, and it was saying about like this putting the clocks forward and backwards, and it's saying that like when they put the clock forwards, so people miss an hour's sleep, like they have in the 2 days following, they have like 5% more heart attacks and strokes than would be normal.
5%.
5% more than would be the normal amount. That's 5% of the amount, not 5% of everybody. Like, you know. Yeah, so heart attacks and strokes go up by 5%. But then they also went on to mention that the opposite effect occurs when we put the clocks back. So I thought, well, hang on a sec then. So what you're saying is, on average, nothing happens. Yes, on average, nothing happens. It makes no difference. It's like AC, you know, like the average voltage of AC is zero.
Is this a counting problem,
maybe? I don't know. I mean, what's wrong with these people? So, yeah. Oh,
Ron, what do you say? Yeah, would daylight savings time be different for you guys than the rest of the world? Yeah. I need some medication.
Okay, so we put the hour forward, and I should do this in America as well. I had a look, apparently, most countries in the world don't do it. It's only, yeah, less pensions for the state for them, exactly. But unfortunately, it averages itself back out in October, because the rate goes down by 5%. Yeah. So it's like AC mains being 0 volts on average, until you stick your finger on it. Yeah. So anyway, this story went on to go on about what you can do to, like, not risk the heart attacks and whatever. And one was like to take naps in the day before the clock goes forwards.
And do this anyways.
Well, yeah, do that. So anyway, I have my own technique. So what I do is I don't put the clock forward. I get up at the normal time. Then at midday, I put it forward an hour. So rather than getting 1 hour's less sleep, I just get 1 hour less day.
But
it's not logical, obvious.
I pretty much don't care because my clock doesn't do the thing.
Yeah,
siesta cure, indeed. Yeah. This is why people are so healthy over here.
And the other thing is, actually, well, hang on, there's no point because all you do is just have like an extra hour siesta. We all have a siesta, don't we?
See.
So, yeah. So
Spanish way of life, I tell you that. Hey, Joey.
So there's that. We've solved that problem. So problem number 2 is last weekend should have been the Carnival.
Oh yeah. This was completely chaos over here.
Yes, siesta queue. You're exactly right. Yeah. So it's normally everybody, all the trucks, all the floats park up where they have the car boot sale, so they don't have it on that one. But anyway, we had a flood, so we didn't have the Carnival, but we also didn't have the Sunday sale.
Yeah. If you want to see how this looks when we have a flood, look at the Gran Canarian Covers channel. There's a 1.5 minute thing
with a drone flying around.
With a drone doing the thing.
Yeah, Det was flying the drone over water, and get this, he didn't crash it into it.
No crashes. And no drowned things.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what didn't happen. Then this weekend we did have the Carnival postponed a week, and the car boot sale wasn't on again. So we haven't had a sale for 2 weeks, and that means we got nothing to show you guys.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Yeah. We're doing this on Olympia.
On the limbs. Yeah. We had a couple of ideas involving Carlos, but he obviously figured out that was going to happen. Sorry. Drink.
I got my El Chipo cola.
Yeah. So This might be a bit shorter than normal. I found a few things to show you guys. So yeah, that was not the best start, was it?
Well, it was okay. No drink for the drone. No, normally, luckily not this time. Yeah, I'm just flying the small one.
And if you had crashed, you would have gone in fresh water rather than salt water.
It didn't look like fresh water anyway, so I think the drone wouldn't have liked it anyways.
So there it goes.
Yeah.
So we had the Carnival. Did quite a lot of filming. I'm a bit shattered, to be quite honest. And
there's the other reason why it's a short one.
yeah, Julie. Detlef says he spoke to my wife Julie. She explained what I was wearing yesterday. So here's a question for you guys. So the Carnival, everyone has a theme each year. It's a different theme. So it was the circus. So I had a Pennywise painted face paint, hat. I had like a elasticated
I'm texting Julie now. She should
tie thing. Oh yeah. So Julie sent the photos. Yeah. I'm wearing my Grand Canary uncovered T-shirt. I've got a red frilly tutu on, and I've got hold-ups. Basically, and there's nothing gay about that. You would be surprised how many men were wearing tutus. So anyway, the tutu was fine, but what I want to know, and ask Julie, how do women make those hold-ups stay up? Because like before, you know, they'd be down by my knees.
Don't ask me this kind of question.
You don't know?
Yeah, no, I'm...
I thought having hairy legs might help, but no.
Didn't help?
No. That didn't help. So anyway, we came back from the Carnival. This is where some electronics comes in, because the man from Galdor, the one who sends me lots of stuff to repair, sent me 3 short videos. And can we get them on the screen? So I want to know what you guys think is wrong with this one.
Oh yeah, this would be ask the audience.
Ask the audience.
Yeah.
So this is the video. I thought that thing would go great. I believe he's got an amplifier there, or 2 amplifiers, and I think this blue thing is an active crossover or something like that. Look, that's what it's doing. Yeah. So, but if you notice, the display doesn't always flash. If we just click back a little bit, you'll see what I mean. So if you watch the flashing, you think, look, the display is now the display doesn't flash.
This could be that it's simply not synced with the shutter.
Okay, well, let's go again. Okay, so let's do it once more. So see, the display is flashing. Now watch, look.
I'd say this is simply not synced with the shutter.
So sometimes it doesn't flash. So it does flash, it's just the shutter.
Yeah.
So it looks like that's coming with repair, guys. What do you think's wrong with that?
Well, could be that this is an effect machine that does the flashing thing.
It could be an effects machine, yeah. It could be an effects.
Why it's a flash to the music? Yeah, Joey, I was thinking something like that. Okay, Patrick thinks it's a power supply thing.
Yeah, I'm thinking the power supply is tripping out.
Carlos on the way in battery for the booster. Nah, sorry, Mr. Kolani, not this time. No.
Either
it's me. Paul says it's a bad cap. Yes, this is what we were thinking. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the thing looks like it's probably somewhere where the rain. Well, we didn't rain anyway on the Carnival, so there we go. But yeah, that's what that's doing. And then I've commented how powerful some of these sound systems are that they actually use on the Carnivals, and this is a typical. So the 3 amplifiers with the green LED bars on. Notice the middle one's cut out.
Yeah, I think you need to show this again.
I'll do it again.
Oh, yeah, this is off.
The middle one's on. They're all on. And look, the middle one's cut out again. He's showing me something else now, but each of those amplifiers, and he sent me another video of it's the same setup doing something different. So I'll show you the other one as well. And then you guys, what do you think's wrong with it? So you can all see in this one, the middle amplifier comes on now. The LED bars are going. And when the sound's on...
That was a short red blip.
A short red blip?
Go back to this. Go back to this. It's a very short red blip before it cuts out.
Oh, yes! On the top 2 channels.
This went into protection mode.
It went into protection mode on 2 channels.
Yeah.
And I'm going to show the other video of the same system. I mentioned the power, so we had one of these amplifiers here to repair.
You guys caught this, right? But I'm not sure if the stream could transport this.
Yeah, could you see that?
But Joey says he could see this, yeah.
Well, I think you'll see it better on this one. So this is the same setup. Okay, here we go. So they're all running, all three. There, middle one's all four in protect, Luke.
What do you say?
And then it's back on again.
Okay. Ooh, could
So-
be something with the speaker.
So they all go into protect, and then there again, all go into protect. So these amplifiers, if you're not familiar with them, these are the FP10000Q. This is a quad, so 4-channel amplifier. Each amplifier channel is 2,500 watts. So we've got 30 kilowatts here. They'll use each one probably to drive one speaker each, or maybe you can bridge these amplifiers, so you can have 5 kilowatts into subs or something off one of them, say, and then maybe have another 8 tops or 10 tops. Yeah, so that's what they use.
Yeah.
And I'll just show you guys if you didn't see them. I had one of these for repairing before, and the owner said it was too expensive, and now this guy actually acquired it from the owner, and he's told me to repair it. I've just ordered all the parts which he's prepaid, which were €100, and I said probably another 100. So that's
this is the front.
that's that front panel.
Yeah.
The amplifier is here, but this is how I dismantled it. So that's the front panel, and then that's also off the front panel.
Yeah.
This one, I'm told, is a Chinese copy, but it's a good quality copy. So these are the amplifiers. So each of these amplifiers are Class D. You see, I've got one stripped down here because all these were all blown. And these run 2,500 watts off each channel. That's 2 channels and so on. Yeah. So these all stack up inside the unit.
And they're all the same. So you got 4 stages that do 2.5 kilowatt of power.
Yes. So in each amplifier you have 4 of these, okay? So each of these boards, that's not 2 channels, that is one 2,500 watt amplifier.
Okay, let's see what the people say. Lonok says, it looks like the middle one might be going into some kind of noise projection mode without audio stuff to tell. Yeah, okay, yeah, with you. Yeah. Paul says it's protect. Joy says it's a middle one in bridge mode for the subs, maybe. Oh, interesting. You need to, the configuration with this.
I think when the audio is on, because I can hear it, but it doesn't play off this computer, that the bottom one is driving the subs and the middle one is driving the top mids.
But you maybe want to verify this.
I would have to do it on my computer.
Okay.
But I have seen the video, and I'm pretty confident that when that middle one goes into protect, I can hear the bass thud coming from one of the other two, probably the bottom one. They're nice, aren't they? Sexy, these things are.
Very clean build.
Yeah. So this is actually a Chinese clone of the, I think they're Swedish made or something, the original ones. This is actually a Chinese clone, but it's a very good quality clone.
Maybe wrong impedance for the middle one, says Joey.
Oh, that's the thought, yeah, because
Thanks,
you notice
Joey.
it comes out of protect, it goes in protect, and then it comes out again.
I'm thinking the same here, because you need to know what the speakers are doing. It looks like this thing is okay. Maybe the speakers are the problem.
It's possible, yeah, it is possible. I have seen problems with speakers where one of the voice coils effectively goes short intermittently as it's moving. I've seen some of it. You could be right, actually, that could be speakers.
Dutch is here. Hey, mate.
Yeah. So anyway, so we have another one of these coming in, plus the one I have here.
That's an interesting question. Lon asks, are you a little suspicious about the wild wattage output from these amplifiers?
The amplifiers are originally built by Lab Gruppen or something, which is, I honestly, don't get me wrong, it's Swedish or Swiss, and I can't quite remember that looking it up. But if you go and look up the FP10000, one you guys has a look now, you'll see these are not a Chinese, these are actually Swiss or
I don't know.
Swedish amplifier. And they're very, very expensive. I mean, like thousands, yeah. So, we do know this is a clone, but some guys who know these amplifiers says this is actually a pretty good copy of the original. Those other ones could be original, because the one I have, if you look at it, on the front says FP10Q, and those others had the FP10000Q, and if you look it up on the internet, the model is FP10000Q. I have the schematics for these as well.
I only know Marshall, so.
These don't have a distort button. That's the difference.
See, not for me.
And the volume only goes up to
Not
10.
for me. Yeah, there's not an 11.
Ineffective cooling dried pigeon shit. Yeah, it could be, although there's not a lot of pigeon shit on these. If you look at the amplifier, you'll see it doesn't use pigeon shit, it uses those rubbery pads. There is a bit of pigeon shit as well, but it's mainly the rubbery pads. In fact, it seems to have both, and you shouldn't have the both. Oh, you can see better on that one. So, yeah, they do use pigeon shit, the outside ones. And then the middle
From
ones.
what we learned now, this is probably a good thing, because when you got the parts behind that, you need some more heat transfer.
Yeah. Well, those are the
But
ones.
it's crazy when you think of it. This thing can handle 2.5 kilowatts.
On each of these boards,
Yeah.
and there's 4 of them. You want to see the power supply, don't you guys? You want to see the power supply? I've got that here as well.
I can have a read up. Let's maybe change the MOSFETs. I think this was what Richard's doing at the start. We just checked the MOSFETs.
Yes, on the glow one, the
Yeah.
MOSFETs were glowing.
Yeah. Ineffective cooling, says Paul. I think you're on the right target there. Yeah. Okay. Doesn't look like 2.5 kilowatts of amp. Yeah, maybe Chinese ones. I'm not sure. These things get. If you've been on the carnivals here, these are on the floats, so these things get loud. They're really loud. You're standing there and you feel the bass. You don't hear it anymore. You feel the shock waves coming through your body.
This is the power supply.
Oops, sorry. Sorry.
That's the power supply. This part is taken off because there were some blown devices in there, which I know what they are. That is the switch mode transformer. I mean, you've seen the size of a switch mode transformer in like a 1 kilowatt ATX, yeah, and nothing like that. I mean, these are your input capacitors. So these are all rated 200 volt, 2,200 microfarad each, and this is your output smoothing. So it's not, they're not a toy. These things are not a toy. And you also don't want to get your fingers on this when the thing's charged up either. So these wires here, so you've got 4 red, 4 the blue, so you're positive, negative, and then you've got 2 grounds from each one onto each amplifier. So that's what actually goes into the amp. And then coming in, I think it's underneath I think the speaker connections go somewhere. Yeah, HT rails, can you see it? Can you?
Yeah, I'm trying.
Look, plus 160, minus 160. So normally something like a 1000 watt amp or something would be running on plus and minus 100. This is running on plus and minus 160. So yeah, those that 2.5 kilowatt is probably not wrong.
Yeah, Mr. Kalani says these caps can power the shop. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we can cook coffee with that. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, there's the money shot.
Very fast.
There's the money shot. See if you can get the transformer. And this is not a linear transformer. This is a switch mode. And switch modes are normally pretty efficient. Yeah, look at that.
Interesting. I thought that they would use 4 of them. So.
Yeah, rather than one big one. Yeah. No, you can get from the other side.
Yeah, and I need to cut in there because Mac Ninja Mike asked the great big power PV power to subwoofer from the 90s on a Black Widow 8-inch speakers is good, but with the power amp on it make loud popping noises. Yes, and who said? Lon says check capacitors. Yes.
Yeah.
Check the caps, please.
Yeah.
Yeah. This sounds like from the 90s. Sounds like they died or they dried up. You normally can simply replace them with equivalents.
By the way, I had some PV Black Widow speakers. They were excellent. The PV Black Widows, you can actually unbolt the magnet off the back and change the voice coil. They're designed to in the field actually fit a new voice coil. But yeah, so this one we've now ordered all the parts for it. Yeah, it's a monster, isn't it? We've ordered the parts for this about a week or so ago. And the other one is coming in, so we should be able to get something done.
Oh yeah, people ask, what's the failure? What's the failure? Because you just said, okay, get this for the repairs.
This one had. I just had the PCBs here. All the output devices had blown on one of them, and I think I said these were Class D, but I'm not sure they are. Where's the blown one?
Oh, you had one channel simply blown.
One channel
Simply, well, you know, whatever.
One channel simply blown. So there's the blown one. This looks like driver transistors to me, as you would have on a normal amplifier, not a Class D. I've got the schematic. I don't quite remember. So output device. You see these two, one diode and one MOSFET. That's what you find in a switching amplifier. I think this one is a Class H. It tracks the power supply. So yeah, I remember that. It's Class H amplifier. So the power supply modulates to be a couple of volts above the waveform at any time. That's why it doesn't need much heat sinking.
Mookie, you're so right.
Yeah.
Mookie asks, where do you get parts from? It's not AliExpress, fake caps and all that.
We always get parts from AliExpress.
With this repair, I would go for Mauser.
Well, the parts cost about €100.
Yeah, the customer cost pays this, so you don't pay this.
But I have the fake MOSFET detector now, so all the MOSFETs I can detect them. I can measure the gate threshold voltage. I can measure the RDS on. I can measure the voltage. Sorry.
People, please tell him.
My friend.
Please tell him.
That's where they're coming from.
Please.
That's where they're coming from.
You know, if I buy a microcontroller, I simply drop it on there and it does. But with 2.5 kilowatts of oomph.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, these parts weren't cheap either, by the way.
Yeah, please, people.
Yeah.
Help me out here.
Yeah. I mean, the parts to replace.
I mean, the customer is paying, so.
The customer's paying. And he knows. The customer's paid. He knows where the parts are coming from. But to repair this amplifier, I ordered some spare ones and repair the power supply. €100 of what's cost. So they're not like, you know, oh god, these things should be like €12 each, and they're like €1. Then you can suspect it. Yeah.
Okay, Lon says something about a plant. Let me see. I need to catch up. I wish I could tell you about some cylinders with a plant that I thought was an actual weed of some type. And this morning the plant looked horrible, but I can see that there's some kind of fruit. Oh no, holy crap. Okay, black cherry tomatoes. Okay. And you've grown this at home? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Mookie again. I thought you used more specialist plays to use it. I would go for Mauser or DigiKey.
Yeah.
Depending on what's cheaper.
Well,
so, because DigiKey does, I think, if you're behind €50 or something, they do free shipping. If I have this right, and you know, if you tell me, oh, I'm buying DigiKeys, I'm game. I find stuff I need.
Okay, well, I mean, agree or disagree, but the stuff's coming. Customers, in fact, he's already paid for the parts. So,
Matt Ninjam says he swapped the albums. Nah. Yeah, and didn't swap the caps. Do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think caps are the problem. You see, it's literally one blown channel on this one.
And there's Dutch coming back for the transistor tester thing. And it's not always proof that they're real or not. There are more things that matter in transistors and MOSFETs than you can measure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always said this. You can't.
DigiKey in Canada is 80. Oh, come on! This is really cheap.
Yeah.
I'm jealous now, Greg.
Yeah. Postage here from Mauser to here is €25 minimum on anything, and it takes 6 or 7 days. Yeah, you're right, Mookie. You're right on the benefit feature. All I can say is that the guys who use this equipment use it like they use it. English phrase, used in anger. Yeah, they give it some with these amplifiers. You've seen me repair quite a lot for these guys, and they don't come back. If they do come back, it's usually something else. I've had the odd occasion. I did have some fake MOSFETs. The thing almost set on fire, and I came on the channel and said what had happened. Yeah. Then I built the fake MOSFET tester, got some more, and it worked. So
Peter says if it's 100 euros or whatever on AliExpress, by the time I imagine it must be from a proper job.
Yeah.
Not much more. That's the thing. It's not much more.
Yeah.
If you get behind the shipping thing, which could be really expensive, then it's not much more expensive, and you're buying from a reliable source.
Yeah. I don't think that sort of price is particularly cheap for that amount of components. I've got a list of it. Let me get it.
Those amps are made to be abused. They probably are, yeah. And yeah, the sound isn't great when you're walking behind a float. This is just bass hitting you everywhere.
What solid? I actually have a breakdown of the prices while we got race. And you guys will see, because you'll see this thing get repaired and you'll see what happens. I think at the end of the day, the proof is in the pudding, is that the correct term? So I just need to find where the list was of the parts to this thing that I itemised.
Light runner. Good evening, my friend.
Yeah. And another thing I do with these companies, here we go, is I always repair the thing for him and then let him take it and try it for a week or something. And he pays me afterwards. He always pays me. So this is the parts that it needed.
Got you in a minute. Okay, got you.
You got it. So I can't remember now. There was MOSFETs. So I've got 10 pairs of these big MOSFETs. The reason I've got the transistors, whatever they are, I thought I might need to match some. So I've got 10 pairs of those.
Just hold the thought, Mr. Kolani. If you're in the Netherlands, try tinytronics.nl. They're great for all the microprocessor stuff.
Yeah, we've got some ceramic 20mm fuses, 860. These are some more MOSFETs. Those are the diodes. This thing here, the bottom one, with the diodes, these are the prices. That's the only device which I found in these amplifiers that didn't match the one on the schematic. Although it's actually higher rated. So that's what I paid for the stuff, you can see it. And the total came to €101. And he actually paid me, he gave me 100, so I ordered.
Yes, Lon, absolutely. Yeah.
Proof is in the pudding, that's it, just proof is in the pudding. But the stuff I am repairing isn't coming back. Okay? But oh, you guys could be right. I'm not saying you're wrong. Yeah, you guys could be right. We will see. What's the worst that's going to happen?
Oh yeah, Joey knows Tinytronics too. Yeah, back in the days when I was working for the university, we ordered there all the time.
I've heard of them myself.
Because I introduced them to you.
Ah, there you go.
Oh, let's see if Julie sent me a picture.
Oh.
No, she didn't. She's probably asleep.
She was asleep when I came out.
Yeah, so she said something this morning that she wants to do some siesta, so she's probably not available.
Probably not.
Moki says a customer wanted me to reconnect his computer audio equipment on Friday into a Timo 9-way multi-tower, so he just bought. I refused because I had a non-fused silly channel plug and no surge protection. Oh, fun. Yeah, great fun. Yeah. Yeah, these Chinese have weird ideas when it comes to safety, yeah, I tell you. Yeah. And Lon says, oh, as a businessman, you should add a little bit to the prices apart. I mean, I think that's what happened in any repair business. Spend time researching. You probably do this, right?
Well,
this was an internal document. Don't show this to anybody.
if people, I mean, the thing is here, so those are the cost of the parts, but those are the costs of the parts that are listed on the cost of the parts. We get us 21% off.
Well,
so the customer is paying what he sees as the cost of the parts, but in actual fact, I do get 20%, 21% profit on them. Obviously, I then charge labour.
Yeah, but Lon says, even as an electrician, I would go and fetch parts and we would add like 20%.
Yeah.
I think it's just a part. Yeah. After you already get the 20%, so
yeah,
listen to Lon.
Yeah. I mean, Julie placed the order, and because we got coupons as well. I mean, we can use the coupons same as you guys can use the coupons. I think, pardon me. I think she said it came to 60 something or 101 by the time we got the discount and the VAT. And one of the parts on there is not for that amplifier; it's for the RTX 3090, the fuses. One pack of fuses are for those. But anyway, that's as it is. The total repair bill, I told him, was around 200. So 100 for the bits, 100 for fitting them. No, it's gone quiet now. so since I haven't spoken. Oh, I might. No, I haven't got a photo of that outfit I was wearing, fortunately or unfortunately. I was trying to find, so I actually, while I was filming yesterday, I bumped into another YouTuber, a local one, Ray Cooper, who live streams on the Carnival, and he said, "Hey Rich," well, yeah, get everyone covered, and came over and he said, "How are you?" and whatever. So I must be on his live stream wearing that outfit, but I couldn't find it. The live stream's an hour and 45 or something. I couldn't exactly see where I was on it. So no doubt I do not have any...
if you didn't guess this, I didn't go.
No doubt I didn't go, he's a wuss.
No, I've seen this before, and well, you know...
That's good.
Yeah, this is fine if you see this once.
It's like Christmas, it comes once a year, but like...
Yeah,
but I've had Christmas a couple of years... Oh, I don't bother with each anymore.
On Friday I had an excuse because I needed to play with the band.
Oh, sorry, I need to ask you, Detlef, you did the concert on Friday, how did it go?
Oh, you didn't ask yet.
Sorry, how did it go?
Yeah, come on, you were busy.
I was busy. How did it go?
It went well.
Yeah?
It went well, yeah. We started to sound like a band.
Do you have an audience?
Some kind of a band. Yeah, well. Oh, yeah, there were about 40, 45 people.
Oh, good.
So if you... Wait, I can show you. There's the little outside of the bar is right there where these doors are. So this is right beside the shop.
Yeah. Right next on the right.
And over there were all tables and stuff, and we were playing in the shop over there.
Yeah. Just to let you know, this is not actually a street. This is a walkway inside the building.
It's some kind of a mall.
Yeah, a mall.
Very weird, not mall. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not like it's not like sealed from the elements, is it?
No.
The elements are welcome.
And we had about 40, 45 people there, and they were enthusiastic, let's say it this way.
Good.
I mean, they're mostly German, so you don't expect them to move around. So they're sitting there, but you can tell they're not looking like they're dead. Yeah. So this is already a win. Mm-hmm. And you know what really was interesting? We have a tip hat now. And
people leaving you tips, yeah?
Yeah, and we had we played 3 hours.
Yeah.
And we had 150 euros of tipping.
Wow, that's not bad.
150.
That's pretty good. That is,
yes.
Yeah, that's good. That is.
That's it. Yeah. Let me
they must have liked you.
And they always stay in. You know, I think this is always a good thing if they don't sit in front of their phones and typing on their phones, because normally we'll sit there. Having fun. Yeah. Let me see if I can find some pictures. There should be some in the band thing. There are tons of pictures here, and I don't want to bore them. I don't want to.
Well, while you're showing them these pictures, I'm going to you can put your camera, I'm just going to show them the thing that's behind the desk. You see that thing behind the desk?
I can't do this with, I don't have enough arms. It's my problem in the band too. I would love to have more arms.
You show pictures?
I show pictures. Let me see if I can do this for the phone here. Handheld camera.
And I'm going to just move this so you can see it.
Look at this. There's a guy standing there playing bass. And the bald guy with the red guitar is Bernard. And this is Natalie. This is more Natalie. This is Ute and Natalie. This is Peter. More Peter. There's Sabrina. And this is Bob. Do I have more? Let me see. Yeah, they were having fun. This is Ken, the owner of the bar. And Sabrina and Natalie had fun too. The guy in red over there is Rick. Yeah. We're playing cover stuff, you know, the cover stuff. Hopefully everyone wants to hear. Yeah. If you ask me, we should play way more rock. Yeah. What kind of sound do you guys do? We mostly running over separate amplifiers because this is a small one. We have a little mixer in the bar and a 500 watt something for the microphones. And if I would go for a bigger venue, I would use microphones and the DI boxes. More rock is always good. Joey, my man. Okay, let me show you what Richard has over there.
Can we see that?
He has a little speaker there.
Yeah. I mean, I'm standing next to it to give some proportion. I'm 5'6", so.
Yeah. I mean, if you put this beside Sabrina, it's probably bigger than her.
Yeah. So this is a bass bin. It has two, I think, 12-inch drivers in it, and these are active. And the guy, he's brought me 3 of the amplifiers. One's blown up. And the other one actually
I can't get Rich
works.
Because he's standing in front of the of the window. So you're just a black shadow.
I'm a black shadow.
Yeah.
Well, you probably can't see this from there, unfortunately. But in the back of this thing, Can you see in there?
We carried this with 3 people.
Yeah, you can't see in
There's
there.
a speaker. I can see.
Yeah, yeah. There's two.
There's
One mounted on this side, and then the one on the bottom is mounted on the other side. At an angle. So normally on these big floats, they'll have usually.
This is a sub, right?
This is a sub.
Yeah. So this is just a sub. This is not an instrument thing.
This is a sub. So normally on the back of the float, which is an articulated wagon or truck, a semi, I think they call them in America. So on the back, normally either side of the steps where the people get onto the thing, you'd probably have 3 or 4 of these. Usually, probably 3 or 4 of these stacked either side. So maybe run 6 or 8 of these. And then above on the top deck, they'll have all the top speakers, line drivers. So he's brought me 3 amplifiers to repair. One of them is blown, and the other 2 are they work, but he says they're very quiet. So that's to be fixed. And I'll show you one of the amplifiers. Why not? Since we're showing stuff this week.
Show and tell today.
Yeah, show me something.
No, Peter, don't worry. No metal. This doesn't work with the audience. You know, if you want to play something that the normal tourists listen to, you don't play metal. You know, I'm very happy we're playing Ugly Clujo, Everything About You, and this is probably as punkish as it goes.
That's the blown one. So I have 2 complete, and this is the one that's blown up. Initially, he said, I can use this one for parts, for spares, to fix the other 2. He says, but if you can fix it, all the better. So that kind of fits on top of that. It all fits inside this heatsink thing down inside here. That fits over the top. And these have like, I like this. You see these things here? What do you guys think those sockets look like? What do you think it looks like?
What?
What's that socket look like? You know what it is, don't you? Or what it looks like.
Yeah, of course. But let the people ever thought, yeah.
Yeah. I was surprised to find those sockets in here.
Well, you know, it's a good reuse of these things because they are there, they're cheap.
Yeah.
Probably because they get the metal parts, so they're reliable.
I'll move the little clips.
Yeah.
Look, exactly works. But yes, he's right. No, before DDR 400 was the first. They're actually DIMMs. We called these DIMMs. So we had
dual
SIMs.
inline module.
Yeah, dual inline modules. DIMM. The SIM was like a smaller thing than that, with pins on one side. So these came out. Those sockets were at the same time as the Pentiums first came out. So this module must do something. They've each got one of these in it.
Well, you know, thinking about it, these are on the floats, so they got vibration. This is a lot of vibration there. I don't think this is an ideal solution for this.
No, I mean a lot of vibration on these floats or carousers. Bear in mind, there's probably 100 or so people on them.
And they're jumping crazy.
They're jumping like crazy,
Yeah.
and the whole thing is like bouncing up and down. I mean, sometimes the drivers in the cabs are just laughing because the drivers bouncing up and down. Yeah, EDO, that's the stuff. EDO, extended data out, EDO RAM. Thank you. Who said it? Free box one. Yes, EDO RAM. That's what those are. Those sockets. So somebody used those to build these amplifiers.
Clever idea.
Yeah, so this is the blown one. This is short.
They probably never thought about this. These could be mounted on something like a float.
And then I have to show you like.
Clever idea, you know.
Yeah, that is, isn't it?
Peter, no, sorry, no Rammstein. And quite frankly, I don't like Rammstein. If you would say something like, The Prodigy, this is fine with me. But
oh, Firestarter.
Yeah, of course. It's 35 years ago.
I'm a firelighter. Yeah, this is one when it's actually put together. So that's what it looks like when it's actually assembled. So I have the two which are assembled, they work but they're quiet. And then that one's blown. It says, use it for parts, but if you can fix it, that'd be even better. So this fits into the back of those cabinets. Because these two work but they're quiet, I asked him, can you bring me the cabinet in so I can try it? Because the cabinet is 16 ohms. So it runs, these amplifiers are bridge mode and it runs into 16 ohms.
Dutch says if you don't want to get your modules loose, you use super glue on them. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, super glue them to the
or just hot snot. But hot snot will probably break off.
Yeah.
What's about epoxy? What would you use, Dutch? More epoxy or you think super glue?
What? While Dutch is answering that, what I think is wrong with the two which are quiet. So basically you've got two Class D amplifiers here, okay? And then the speakers are connected between the outputs of the two. And I had a HK Audio, Lucas, quite a big one, and that was working, basically it was quiet. And what was happening was, one of the amplifiers was running and the other one wasn't. And you get audio, but it's quiet. And when I fixed it, it was shaking the windows here. So that's what I think is wrong with the other two.
Oh, this is a clever idea. Super glue with baking powder.
Oh, what does that?
That's a clever idea. Very good, Joey.
What does the baking powder do? What does it help?
It gives more structure to the thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought you might make it.
Yeah, it does. Super glue as epoxy, it will never get them out again. Yeah. I was just thinking what would be the best solution for this, because I was just thinking of this first time now, so I'm just off the top of my head.
Yeah.
I would go for epoxy with that.
Is the super glue and baking powder used for making sticky buns?
Oh, we could try this, you know.
Yeah, sticky buns.
Yeah. Oh, we don't have baking soda. So now we have something to do on the next live.
Super glue we have.
Yeah, Joey, thanks for the idea, mate.
Right, I'll just have to move these and then I'm back. We can go over there. Is Carlos watching?
Carlos, are you on? I don't see him. No,
No.
I don't think so. No. Maybe he at last could have gone to sleep. Yeah.
But it could not. Let me see.
But boom. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Yeah. You know, these big speakers, this gets ridiculous in the shop now, because
You can't move.
when I wanted to try switch on the lights here, I need to climb over the speakers now.
Yeah. Yeah.
You released this video already?
Yes.
Okay.
You guys saw the video, didn't you? Who saw the video with this CD player?
Oh, this is an interesting question. I wanted to ask this too.
Who saw the video?
Go here first, because this is.
Oh, sorry. Okay, yes. Aha. There's a lot of information on the MX compound being conductive. So, basically,
You need to tell the story first.
One of the
people will probably watch.
one of the subscribers contacted Arctic to say, "Is it conductive?" And they said no. So they gave them the link to the video we made, yeah, to see show it was conductive. And then we did the live stream. They said no, it's not conductive. So then we gave them the link to the live stream. And a couple of days later, they said, this is their technical director or something, said that they'd watched the live stream and that product is meant to be used on CPUs and GPUs, even though it doesn't say so. It's for CPUs and GPUs and stuff that runs under 12 volts. So when they say it's non-conductive, they mean for that use.
But then they need to specify this, doesn't
That's what he said. When they say it is non-conductive, they mean for that use. I can get the email after.
No, don't worry.
But yeah,
I mean, we did a test there where we stepped up the voltage. With the original test, we went for high voltage and that was conductive. But on the live stream, we did a test where we stepped up the voltage from 50,
100, 250, 500
and stuff, and it went conductive after
250. So 250 was not conductive and 500 was. Which, although you think 500 is excessive, a standard PAT test, which is an insulation test, is 500 volt.
Yeah, so we were thinking this is probably a thing where, because there should be metal somewhere in there, and it probably builds something like a little bridge there with melting metal inside. And
yeah, something.
That won't carry any current because it's so tiny.
We tried that, didn't we? We could blow it open circuit again with
exactly.
the bench power supply.
Yeah. But interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. So don't use this in situations where you get high voltage. And this was the thing with Richard, where he said he had this power MOSFET that simply used 600 volts.
Any switch mode would probably have 600 volt pulse, 600,000.
Yeah. So this stuff goes conductive right away.
Yeah, so do not. And to be honest, power amplifiers, I mean, that power amp we just looked at was plus and minus 160, it's 320 volt.
Yeah, true.
The thing
yeah,
fell.
yeah.
We don't know, somewhere between 250 and 500, but do not use MX4 on high voltage transistors. I mean, they were actually, Arctic actually complimented us because we did it together on that experiment. They said the methodology was really interesting.
Okay.
And I also come up with this theory about making like strings of conductive particles, and they kind of agreed with that. But what they did say, they said, would you like to try some MX7?
Yay!
And I said yes. He said okay, and they've shipped it. It's on its way. I have MX7 coming. So when the MX7 arrives, then I actually said okay. And what I didn't do on that first test, because it was conductive, I didn't actually do a test of how good it is as a thermal compound.
True. Yeah, we didn't do this because we said okay, unusable because when conductive right away.
Yeah. But what we will do, we'll do the MX4 for thermal properties, and we'll look at the MX7 to see if that is conductive and also the thermal properties. So we can have a look to see how how useful it is for your CPUs and GPUs.
Yeah, I'm not worried about CPUs and GPUs, but it should say somewhere. Come on, don't use this on high voltages higher than 450 volts or something.
It's almost as though they didn't know until they watched the video and watched the scientific way. The way we did it, you could not argue it. And thank you. It was one of you guys who actually told us to step the voltage up.
Yeah, yeah. Somebody said do the reverse thing there. Step the voltages up and then measure. Yeah, this was something of you guys. Thank you very much.
So that was really good experiment. Yeah. And yes, MX7 is on its way.
Yeah, yeah.
What is MX7? MX8? It's MX7, whichever the latest one is.
Yeah, yeah. Just reading up.
Why would you expect heatsink liquid to be electrically isolated? Because it's me, Paul. Paul, the heatsink liquid, the compound, is to stick under transistors and things, and a lot of domestic, anything with a switch mode power supply is going to have up to 600 volt pulses.
This was our problem, yeah. This
on the high voltage side.
No worries, use this for your CPUs, GPUs, works perfectly. Yeah, I think I use this all the time.
Yeah, but like that, those amplified PCBs I was showing you.
The rest of the stuff I ever had here, yeah. And works perfectly, but the problem is when you go into high power amplifiers where you got 160, we just saw on the other amp.
Right, yeah. Well, plus or minus 160, just 320.
Yeah, where you got a amplifier stages running on 600 volts, and you think, okay, this is good for my GPU. This must be good for the rest because it's very good.
Yeah, so it's under the power transistors. It'll keep them cooling, and as long as you don't get to deliver the legs of the device, it'll work. Yeah, but I would not risk it. Mm-hmm. I mean, the test we did, the spacing was like the same as a TO220 power transistor.
Mm-hmm. So these were really, really tiny spaces in there.
Yeah.
But still,
Yeah. I don't know if it contains silver, by the way. Richard is making use of the typical English understands sense of humour. Look, on the component SCRB and SGR, well, Richard, I've never really thought about thermal paste on the component like an SCR being an issue. Yeah, I mean, Orlando, as long as if you apply it properly, it shouldn't be a problem. But if it goes all over the place, that's what normally happens. It could be a problem. I mean, if the device is supposed to be insulated from the heatsink with a micro washer, if you've got that stuff under the micro washer and above the micro washer on the device, and the two sides touch, your micro washer is now shorted out.
Yeah,
that's a good reason why you shouldn't use it. Somebody actually commented on the original video that they'd blown something up by using this type of heatsink compound.
Lightrunner, we're normally on the same page here, but I'm not with you today. He says use it interconductive because it's thermal paste, but not conductive paste for PCB repairs. Yeah, but
so there's MX4.
Then it should state there, don't use in high voltage situations greater than...
Yeah, well, they say no more than 12 volts, what they said. I mean, we know it withstood 100, 250.
Yeah. Yeah, we're sure that it works with 150, but not saying this is bad. This is not saying that it's bad. And I think normally people would simply use for MX4.
CPU, GPU.
Yeah. But I find this very interesting to see. Okay, maybe look over the.
Yeah, I mean, Arctic didn't get like shirty about it or anything.
Yeah.
They watched the video, said it was very interesting. Didn't say whether my idea of these strings are portals or not, but they could see exactly what it was doing. And then they said we meant in respect of up to 12 volts. But I still, the only thing is that should be out there. That information is not out there. It is now. But they're very happy to send me the MX7 to do some more tests. So, you know, they took it on the chin.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. So yeah, well played then.
Yeah. So it's all worked out well.
Yeah. Lon says, I understand that you're saying about thermal paste is this design characters and proper usage. If you use it outside the parameter you're on your own. Lon, absolutely. But since it doesn't state somewhere on the data sheet, wherever,
or on the packaging,
on the packaging,
or anything else.
Yeah, this is something.
Yeah, it doesn't even say CPU compound, or it says thermal paste or thermal compound.
Okay.
We can see what it says. I have it.
You know, I'm not bashing Arctic here. Great stuff what they do. This is something where I think, okay, they can do better there.
Yeah, I mean, it's there. Yeah. I threw the big tube away because I was struggling to take the fit in the drawer. But this is the packaging, and nowhere, anywhere, it just says thermal compound. It doesn't say for CPU use or anything else. It says thermal compound. And there's nothing on the other side either. There's a barcode thing.
Oh yeah, the barcode thing, yeah.
Scan and win and whatever. So again, it doesn't say anywhere in the documentation or in the sales documentation. Is there anything
the
here?
Greater Punjab. I'm a lawyer. I listen to school chapters. It's still a great mention. Okay, from Punjab. Okay.
Non-curing, no bleeding.
Oh, sorry.
Does not show destabilizing performance over time. Does not need to be reapplied. 8 years.
8 years, which is nice, yeah. Simply.
But nowhere does it mention for computer use only.
Yeah. Yeah. Indeed. Yeah. Yeah.
And the same on the other. This is the tube. I mean.
I wouldn't expect this says more on this.
No, it doesn't. But anyway, it doesn't say anywhere.
Yeah.
Nor does it say it on the advertising or anything else.
Yeah, Patrick, this mustn't be a big label warning. Don't do this. Blah blah blah. But you got the fine print there anyway, so put it in there.
Yeah. Maybe.
I mean, this is just a fuel line.
In fact, it makes sense for Arctic to do so.
Yeah,
on the case that somebody sticks his under a MOSFET or in the power supply.
Yeah.
In fact, they may well do so now. Yeah, there should be a warning.
Also, it's never expect a thin film of liquid to isolate high water with spray material. You don't want it conductive.
Exactly.
Paul,
exactly.
thank you.
There should be a warning.
Couldn't have said it better.
Yeah. In fact, a warning. We actually found it was more conductive than the Colgate toothpaste was.
This was a minty smell.
And that was the minty one. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, it's all well. So the MX7 is on its way. It was shipped about a week ago. So yeah, cover the bit exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
In fact, I wouldn't be surprised after our experiments if that's what happens.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
If anybody of you guys buy MX4 somewhere, look at the packages. If you're buying this now, or say in a month or something, look at the package. And if it says something could be conductive after, let us know.
Or for use on volt.
Yeah.
Like 12 volt maximum or something. Yeah.
Paul says high voltage needs managed against creepage, not by a liquid. Never expect a liquid. Yep. Again, this is not bashing the guys. This is just a thing where they could do better.
Yeah. But Paul T, as I mentioned before, and I'll repeat it again. Normally, you have a mica washer between the transistor and the heatsink, and you have like a little plastic insert where the bolt goes through, if you need that. So the mica washer insulates, but you have to put the thermal compound on the transistor and on the heatsink, and the mica goes in between. Yep. And usually the stuff goes around outside the edge of the mica, and the outside the edge of so you'll end up with the mica in the middle, which is insulating, but all the way around the edges you've got direct contact from the thermal compound one side to the other. That's what it needs to be. Yeah.
Roberto sending us an M. Thank you, man.
So Carlos, unfortunately not here. Did you guys see the video I made of this thing? I'm sure you did. I can't easily.
Dramatic shot coming up.
Yeah, I can't easily power this up on the bench with the speakers attached. But this was the CD player that wouldn't play CDs, and after I cleaned the lens, it will play CDs. But if you, for example, just as I was up, it skips. Oh, can you see the disc wobbling? Can you get your camera on the disc? So there's the disc. Watch.
Ah,
Ready?
go.
Can you see it?
Could be me wobbling. Oh no.
No.
Yeah.
You see the disc?
Yeah.
Jumping up and down. This side's doing it even more. Can you get your camera to this side of it? Right, because I can see it very clearly. Ready?
I could give Richard the camera, but then we all stuck with.
Look. Yeah. So when you do that, this thing skips. Now I never repaired one of these before.
Oh.
I actually went online.
Listen to Duchess. He's way more experienced than the two of us. Yeah.
I have something to just mention. And
this would be more stable when the disc is rotating, because Coriolis.
it would do.
Coriolis.
Yeah. Yes. The gyroscopic effect.
Not gyroscopic, but one of these, you know.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So the eye pattern on the video. Dutch, I just mentioned this to you. I didn't bother putting it in the comments, but my Tektronix oscilloscope, my analog scope, that one at least, is like, I bought it in '93 and it's not been serviced since then, and it's from the '80s sometime, and the focus control on my scope doesn't work. It's jammed, I can't move it. So, and I have to turn the brightness up quite a bit so I can pick up on the camera, and I think that's why it went blurred. I have another analog scope here, an LG scope. If we get to work on this again, which we probably will, I'll do the same with the LG scope. But I think what you're talking about, the blurredness, is actually my scope, and the fact I have to turn the brightness up so the camera can pick up the trace.
There's something coming up. Joey says you need some Albach springs and Bilstein shocks. I was thinking more in an easy way. Just, you know, this little silicone feet you stick into stuff. We could use this. Can I move this?
Yeah.
What we simply, if we put, I need to show this to the folks. Oh wait, I think I see the problem.
What?
I think I see the problem already.
Is this supposed to have feet on?
I think it is, and the feet are gone. If we simply put a silicone feet here, something like a, I think we have them anyways.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
yeah, because you know this is standing right with plastic on the desk, so there's no rubber anywhere.
Yeah. It's my general understanding that there's yes, I agree, London. So there's adjustment. I have the service manual, so it gives me the adjustment procedure. I was questioning whether or not the problem is mechanical rather than that. So yeah, I can do all that. Jack, you spoke to this customer, didn't you?
Yeah, I talked to
Lutz. Can you explain what's told you about the two faults?
Yeah, because we were talking about, we said, okay, this is reading a disc again, because it wasn't reading a disc before. And he said, yeah, great. And we told him, okay, we're not sure because you tap the desk and it jumps all over the place. And he said, oh, it was doing this always. You just walk by it and it was skipping tracks.
Before the fault came, it wouldn't read the disc.
So he wasn't surprised, and we didn't ruin anything in there. So I think this is just a mechanical problem.
Yeah, he's actually quite happy, isn't he?
Yeah, so he was quite happily, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought the same, like, who said it's not working repair. And yeah, you know me, I'm got all my MP3s somewhere on my phone and stuff. But
the retro market.
Yeah, I'm missing the scene completely.
It was computers, and now audio is increasingly becoming a collectible. So, ghetto blasters from the 1980s, some fetch really a lot of money. Record turntables, amplifiers.
I mean, I love these PCBs, you know, they're so beautiful.
Notice instead of using a double-sided PCB, they just put all these wire legs in.
This feels more like a piece of art here.
Yeah. So that's the in the lens assembly, 10mm foam.
It's me, Paul. Any polycarbonate in terms assembly will degrade. Okay, yeah, in the lens assembly.
Yeah. So the eye pattern, this is like the waveform coming from the laser or the photodiodes actually. The amplitude is where it should be, about 900 millivolts. I take what you say about the blurred, but I do think that's actually my scope. And I don't think the laser is the problem with this. I think it's literally the disc is bouncing up and down. It's mechanical. This is why I wanted Carlos to it, because Carlos does a lot with games consoles and things like the original PlayStations and all them type of things with CDs built in. I thought he might have some knowledge.
Let's see if I can find it.
Yes, I had a data sheet on the repair video. I have the data sheet for this chip, and I actually used the data sheet.
I was going for a manufacturing date, but
date.
There's no date code.
No, the data sheet told me where this eye pattern was. I think this is from the 90s, I would think.
74 something. There should be a date code. 94.
Yeah,
9401.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah,
somewhere around there.
Yeah, it's always Japan 95, 94. You can also
93.45. 93 8 something. 93. This doesn't have a date code. I can't read this one.
No, but we say 94.
Yeah, 94. So yeah.
I mean, you got the model on the front, haven't you?
This thing is 30 years ago, so the plastic on the lens won't be that great anymore. Oh yeah, and says it's just at the moment. Plus, they tried to dry out over the years and harden. Yeah.
Yeah.
The iPad output a summing amp that combines the signals from the various sensors to one signal.
Thank you, Patrick.
Yeah, and Lon says, but Richard, you have to consider that the lens for the laser is the tracking and the groove in the CD,
yeah,
and the concentric circles, and they are microns apart from the disc. Okay, I'm so happy that I don't know these stuff.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't know what the fault is. I got it to play, and I don't actually know what the fault is. It's kind of like a gut feeling that this thing is something to do with the springs that hold the sled which holds the laser on, or something like that, or like somebody said, there's no rubber feet on it or something.
Peter, nice that you were there. Good, have fun with whatever you're going to do. Yeah, sorry, need to say it back.
Yeah, no, it's fine, it's fine. Yeah, but I would have said that these things are like, they're not worth anything, they're not worth repairing, but there's definitely a growing retro audio market, even for like the CD era.
Do you know what I would do? I would gut the thing, drop a Bluetooth receiver in there, and be happy. So the front is there, and
But we know this happened with vinyl. Vinyl suddenly, there's always been record collectors. There always has been. But of late, vinyl has a real resurgence with. Do you call them Gen Zs or something? People about in the 30s now.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I think we're boomers or something.
I'm a boomer.
I don't know what I'm.
Yeah, I'm a boomer. So
bass player.
Yeah. So there is definitely a market for these things, and people want to restore them.
I remember I adjusted the laser power on the PS2 to repair those machines. From the limited knowledge I have, this is all YouTube based, I know that you can adjust the output level of the laser. So a degraded lens would be something that can look through and would be better.
Well, what I will do with this then, I've got the service manual.
Yeah.
I know what I need. I'll get the other scope, because it'll be clearer, I think, on the screen to show you guys. I need a signal generator, it says, but I've got one. So I should be able to go through the procedure in the actual service manual. It gives you a step-by-step adjust this.
Okay.
So I do have the procedure. So let's do it again. We'll get it onto another video. We'll go through that procedure because I have it. And if it's still skipping and jumping around when you walk past it or tap the desk, it's something mechanical.
I think we have silicon feet in the drawer.
Yeah. I hope you guys think that's the best approach. Let's do that, yeah. We go through the service. And it'll also be useful, I think, because I've not done it before. So I've got the service manual, so can I follow the instructions? It shows you what you need to do. I think you have to sometimes jump a couple of the pins and connect a SIG gen to somewhere and these sort of things. So let's see if I can follow it.
I'm probably going to make these people hate me, because Lon says I still have my CD player, and it's a Denon kind of special one for day. I also have a Yamaha CD1, very sought after CD player in its day. Where was it? Somebody said about Dutch says I like my reel-to-reel and mini disc.
Yeah.
You know what? I got rid of all these data, all this stuff years ago, way before I went to Gran Canaria. Moved everything to high quality MP3s, and I played drums in my early years, so my ears are gone anyway. So I don't hear any difference there.
For Lawn Dog, just get the money shot, because Lawn Dog said he loves his Denon. So this is the CD player there, Denon.
Oh yeah.
Then
Oh, sorry.
DCD 715. That's what it is.
Patrick says, be careful with the intensity of the laser dart. If you set the power too high, the surface life will deteriorate dramatically. Yeah, absolutely.
I would go
come
by
on,
the service manual, what it tells me.
Do some more money shots here of the thing.
Yeah.
20-bit 8 times oversampling digital filter.
I mean, it's in nice condition, this thing is.
Yeah, it's nearly.
Okay, the open-close button's a bit worn,
okay.
but...
It's used. It's a loft technology.
Yeah, it's pre-loved.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the fluorescent display works fine. Nice and bright.
Yeah, I would guess that the fluorescent display would die way earlier than the laser. Yeah.
No, the fluorescent display on it is fine.
Did you measure the laser diode current? If the laser emissions are too low, the error correction can't compensate for everything.
I didn't. I went by the eye pattern, and it tells you what amplitude should be clear and this and that and the other. And I looked on the internet to see, right, what should an eye pattern look like? And then I got one that looked like that, and the amplitude was like that, and it said it should be good. But no, I didn't. This is why we're going to make a follow-up, so I'll actually go through that service manual. We'll look at each of the steps, and then we'll do it on this. And hopefully anybody else who wants to do this sometime, well, give you an example. Because something's going to go wrong, isn't it, when that's right? Well, something's not going to be very clear because I'm not experienced. So, yeah,
there's so many experts out there. Lon says, oh, it has pitch control. That's kind of cool. The only CD player I ever found is be fantastic on Aerosmith Sweet Emotion dial. Dial it back 1 or 2 clicks. What? Aerosmith, just as play. Oh, there's your problem. This only plays Aerosmith.
Oh. So we need an elevator to start with then.
Yeah, this is a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah, and you have to walk this way as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I had the stockings in the red tutu on last night at the Carnival, and I was walking this way. Do you know the crazy thing is, people actually, I'm filming the Carnival, yeah, and people actually stopping me to take photos of me.
I'm glad for you.
Yeah. You would not believe how many men were in tutus.
We're in Gran Canaria.
Yeah.
This is probably something where well, you know, when you move here, you know this is a thing here. You don't need to go there.
You can wear anything. Right. So we can mention this. Yes.
I'll show you what you see.
Is that one?
Switching on over.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you can try it.
Hey. So you guys will have seen this. Detlef saw this because this is the hot air station, the RF4. And there's a few versions of this apparently. That's with my coat card.
The good one.
Yeah, so this one
was a real good one.
RFH2.
Yeah.
And this was really good. You're correct. I mean, this was about $100. Yeah.
Yeah.
That fits in there. It was about 100, and that's in euros. And this little thing here performed, as far as we could see, as good as my Quick 861 DW, and that's a 250 euro thing. So if any of you guys are looking for a hot air station.
Yeah, and when we were playing around with it, I thought this looks pretty much like the station you have on the desk. You see this in the video.
Yeah.
So this is probably something similar in a more money-friendly way.
Yeah, it's cheaper. It's more compact as well. The Quick 861 is quite a bit larger than that. Yeah. So we published that video. It'll be 2 weeks tomorrow.
Oh,
it was a live stream. We did the live stream.
Oh, yeah, you're right. We did this on the live stream for AliExpress.
So not 2 weeks ago on Sunday, but on the Monday.
Yeah, you're right.
So AliExpress sponsored the live stream.
Oh, yeah.
It was the first time they've done that for us. It was great.
I'm completely lost here.
Detlef gets a free meal out of that one because he well deserves it.
Yay!
And the other reason, I mean, they sent me this free. They sent me the 2 others which we did free. The cheapo 858D is mine from 2014, and
Paul is already. I want to win.
I want to win. I'll tell you what's going to happen with this then.
Well, you know, maybe you should talk to AliExpress about doing
Yeah,
something like that when you do
yeah,
a live
actually,
stream,
you're right. Yeah. Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll speak to Lily. So Lily was on that live stream. She came in on the live stream. I'm going to ask Lily if there's any possibility we can do that. So we will do some sort of review and do a free giveaway, and AliExpress will ship the goods. I'm going to speak to her about that, because that was a really good idea, and I'm always trying to get...
Shipping is what they do, you know.
Yeah, shipping is what they do. Okay, let me see if I can set that up. I have, at the moment, they have a very good relationship with us because we've done well. We generate a lot of sales for them. But anyway, this thing was quite cheap, and I forgot what I was going to say now because that distracted me.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Again, money shot. Okay.
I lost it, but yeah, that thing is really good. Oh yeah, so these were free, but the Quick 861DW, that's mine. I bought that a long time ago. This one, Carlos was supposed to be on that live stream, but he couldn't make it, and we decided the best thing we can do with this is give it to Carlos, because I already have a very good hot air station. I don't need it. Detlef says if he ever needs one, you can use mine. So, Carlos, if you're watching, mate, you've got a hot air station, because we know you're out for a cheap one.
And you know, for me, I'm more doing the. We said this on the live stream. I'm more the designer guy, and for me, this would be sitting on the shelf for 364 days a year. And the one time I need this, I probably can't find it then, and this makes way more sense when if Carlos gets this.
Yeah, I mean, Carlos, he's Carlos a friend, but I will say there's a number of times any problems I have with my van, because Carlos is a good mechanic. So Carlos helps me out a great deal, and he never asks for money. So that's my way of saying thank you to Carlos. So Carlos, you got yourself a hot air station.
Yeah, and a good one.
And a good one, yeah.
Good one.
And Carlos has his own channel, which is Retro Upgrades. So if you watch Carlos's channel, you should see this again, and maybe it'll destroy a bit less.
This is what I was thinking, because Carlos does all the retro. This is the name of the channel. Does all those retro boards. So if you want to desolder something like that, you want to keep the board alive, and for this you need something like that, a good hot air station. I was watching some guys doing a RAM upgrade on a NVIDIA graphics card before I came over, and they were doing this with a 50 euros.
A 50 euros, one of them things. Yeah. Can I just mention, because somebody's going to put this in the comments, those retro PCBs were made from resin bonded paper, the brown ones. You do not want to go anywhere near one of those PCBs with any hot air station, even a good one. I'm telling you, somebody's going to comment this anyway. You do not go near those PCBs.
Oh, no. Ron says we're going to have videos repairing those amplifiers.
Absolutely, that's why I showed you. I wanted to show you what I had coming in, and they came in last Tuesday, I think, and brought me 4 more amplifiers. This is not supposed to be an audio repair channel, it's just that's what people keep asking me. People keep asking me, can you fix? But having said that, pro audio and musical instruments are actually one of those good areas which are not too difficult to repair. With experience they get easier, and there's actually a market for.
Of course. Yep.
Not only the retro collectible side of it, but these guys using these things, in clubs and bars and on these floats. So I think it's actually one of those areas that you can actually make some money out of, even if you do something like a kind of side hustle.
Well, Lucky was asking me if I can have a look around at his bar about the sound system, if I can do something there, and if we need some upgrades.
Yeah, exactly. So I think there's some money. I know. I believe Dutch does this sort of thing. So Dutch will tell us, is there a good living? In fact, do you do this full time, Dutch? I know you do a lot of audio repair, or again, is this a kind of like a side thing for you?
Dutch is coming in.
Okay, yeah,
he will be.
It will be. Mailbag after. Yeah, let's see if we can. It's a damn good idea, that. I'll see what I can get out of AliExpress. I do have a bit of a knack of getting things out of free competitions.
They were happy with what we did.
Yeah, they were very happy.
So,
George, 80% I do is pro audio.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. And he probably doesn't want to say, but do you think it's a good area of repair that you can actually make some money out of?
Yeah. Yes. So yes, he says.
Okay, that's great. That's great. So although I was not, I mean, I'd dabbled with them in the past, but in probably the last year I've been doing more of them. And I myself are getting more experience now.
Yeah, I think,
and I recognise.
you know, audio is a good thing to fix, because there's the circuit, the basic circuit is always the same. The components. There's maybe a tweak in there where you get,
it's kind of like you either get like analog class A, B, or class G, and then you get class D. They kind of too, but they're all doing the same job. But I agree with you. Actually, if you were good at repairing switch mode power supplies, you won't have much problem with fixing class D amplifiers, because that's basically what they are. They're just a modulated switch mode power supply. Once you get your head around that and the fact that when there's no audio coming out, the thing is running at 50% duty cycle, you're away. I have some more couple of things we can just show them.
Okay.
And then...
Chris, you're late, mate. We're doing the thing, you know, now on the British summertime thing.
Yeah.
Yorkshire Dales Rally. What do they rally?
Amateur radio rally is talking about.
Okay. I have no idea.
This is mine. I bought this in 1985. I was using it up till 2016. Then it sat in the cellar at my mother's house for a while. And then when I finally sold the house in the UK in 2019, it got brought. No, we actually probably stayed at my mum's for another couple of years. So a few years ago, this made its way over here. And the last time I used it, it was actually working, but it's temperamental. So the mute button sometimes doesn't work. You have to tap it in a few times, and then both speakers will come on.
This is from your DJ days?
No, this is from the home. This is not DJ. This is home audio equipment.
Oh.
This thing is really heavy. It's like a suitcase worth on its own. Yeah, it's been in my mum's cellar for a while, so it's a bit messy. So this is my old Trio amplifier. Trio is what then became Kenwood. And I believe this particular model, some of you guys know about vintage audio, is there a collector's market for that one? So Trio KA828.
Never heard of this one.
I use this with the Bose. Can you see the speakers up there on the top of the thing?
Sure. Oh, the Bose.
Yeah. Show the guy the Bose. So we're going to show you the speakers which I actually use this with. So they're there on the end next to that old.
We're not in danger. They're somewhere where they won't fall on our heads.
Yeah, so those are my Bose speakers that I bought with this.
Yeah, Joey says 3 was the old name for Kenwood, yeah.
Oh yeah,
But
Dutch, yeah.
to Richard for the Pro Audio high power amps, you need dummy loads.
Yes, we've got the stuff here now.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Dutch. We do have those big resistors here now, them 2000 watt resistors. Of course, you get things. Wow, Trio, never heard of them until now. Trio was quite often car stereos.
Could be a thing that it was in England.
Not really worth it going to dummy loads up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you guys have seen the dummy loads. They're about that big, bigger than this amplifier. Motel, yeah. So this thing is actually working, or it was, but what was happening is the mute. Sometimes like one speaker would go off and you tap on this a few times, and then the speaker would come on.
Ugly button, I say. This is probably mechanical.
It's a mechanical button. Yeah. Do you want to see what's inside it?
I mean, while we're here.
Let's see what's inside it.
When in Rome.
When in Gran Canaria. Okay, I need a screwdriver.
You probably do.
I do. So I bought this in '85, so it's 41 years old. Yeah, is that right? Yeah, 41 years old.
Clean it to the rescue, yes.
Yeah, 41 years old, and I've had this since new. I actually had some other things, a graphic equalizer and a turntable, but they kind of went. Yeah, this got messed. It was in my mum's cellar for a while. Yes, my mum actually had a cellar in the house. Let's go with this one. What's in here?
Oh, this is what the cartridge button was for.
Moving magnet and moving coil.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right. I had the moving coil.
This is for phonos, so for record players.
Yes.
So
yeah, the turntable I had with this was a linear tracking one, with the servo tracking the thing, and that had moving coil. Whichever's the most expensive, moving magnet or moving coil, that's what it had. It had the most expensive one of them.
there it is.
Yeah, moving magnet, moving coil. It had the most expensive one. Pressing mute coil. Okay, well, yeah, what happens is sometimes one speaker, one channel isn't working. Okay, and if you tap the mute button or hold it and press a couple of times, then that speaker will come on. Obviously, when you mute it, they both go off, and then they'll both come on rather than just one coming on. It must be dirty contacts in that switch, I would say. So, I think that physically mutes the thing. Paint.
What did your mom do with that?
It was in my mum's cellar for a while, but the last use I had in the UK, I had a home bar. And we had like a party room, and actually had a bar with draft beer on.
Made in Japan is a good sign, mostly. Yes, I'm with you, Joey.
So, Gareth hasn't felt the weight of this thing yet.
No, and I need to hold the camera. I don't.
This thing's heavy.
What does it say over there?
One more screw on the back, and then one at the front, and with a. So this was driving the Bose 301s, which I still have. Original, apart from I replaced one bass driver because I blew it off.
Oh, yeah, I got four more on the side here.
Yeah, there's a couple. Then we can get into it. The last time I looked inside this was over 10 years ago, and it was, I think, it looks a little bit baked in places.
One more down there.
Is there? There isn't. Okay, let's get this thing open. Right.
Oh, it's opening!
That's what's inside it. That's what's inside it. Oh, look at these. Look at those. Trio Kenwood.
Trio Kenwood, okay.
I told you Trio was Kenwood.
And spider things. Yep.
Oh, there's two smaller ones up here.
So this is a TA 2041.
And then we have some Sanken. DAT 1018.
Another TA 241. 2041.
Yeah, so these are your output devices.
Some
more Trio Kenwood things.
I have no idea.
TA 2032.
Doesn't go to any thing.
Oh, this module, like this thing here.
Yeah.
That's down near the front, and I don't know what that is.
Yeah, same, because it doesn't go to any heat sink.
Oh, there's another one here, like.
Yeah, it's symmetrical, yeah.
Symmetrical, yeah.
TA 2032.
Yeah, these must be the drivers, because the output device is right behind it. Look, if you just angle the camera slightly upwards. Look, see? One's behind the other.
Preamp and power amp?
Probably.
Probably, maybe integrated.
Well, this thing's heavy.
So I try to just creep in here. Bunch of transistors. No integrated circuits, so I can't show you.
Yeah, there's I see it.
Oh, there's a chip.
Something down there, like an inline chip or something.
Okay.
No, you don't need to find the jet. I bought this new in 1985. I can tell you exactly how old it is.
Okay. Some relay, I'm guessing. Yeah,
Potentially.
Omron is in a relay. This is a relay.
Yeah.
There's probably switches on the output.
Yeah, they look like STK modules. Is that Patrick? Patrick, yeah, they do look like STK modules to me. Possibly rebranded as Trio Kenwood. That's these things we're talking about. Yeah, they look exactly like STK modules. So it does work, or it did work, and I'm assuming it still does work. It's just that probably dirty contacts in the switches.
Yeah, from the state, I would say the same, yeah.
So I don't think there's anything actually gone. So I'm liking what I'm seeing for overall quality. It looks like it's traditional parts, and they're all well placed and probably easily replaceable. If you can still get them.
Oh yeah. Can't you get these Trio Kenwood TA 2041?
I have no idea.
I mean, these look a bit...
They're Sanken, that one.
Yeah, they look a bit horrible.
Let's just
This is probably completely dried off. Don't use
MX4. Don't use MX4. Yeah, don't use MX4.
Interesting. Look at this. They do little adapter boards just to have the cabling,
Yeah,
wiring in there.
Underneath those, I can see all the
yeah.
emitter resistors type.
Yeah, there's something else going on.
Yeah, there's something else down there. Oh, you'd have to get the shot in from this angle.
Those are all obsolete, says Dutch.
Yeah, but I say it's not faulty in that respect, as far as I know. It wasn't, and I'm pretty sure it isn't.
And William suggests Colgate time.
Yeah, there's something else down under here. I'll have to. If I turn it around for you, let me just. Can you see down under this thing?
Let me see if I can look down on
Yeah, those are white things. Those look like power resistors to me.
Oh, yeah,
Like emitter resistors.
Yeah, could be.
Is there some power transistors down under there?
I can't crawl.
No, I can't easily get any further than that either. There's a torch.
It doesn't help. It
Okay.
won't really do anything.
Okay, so yeah, we can look at that. That's mine though, so it's a kind of when and I get the chance to look at it. And I brought one other thing from the UK with me.
Yeah, it's a big transformer. Okay.
That is
Lon asked, how would you go about general cleanup of this amplifier? I mean, getting all the cobwebs and just making it look great inside, or how would you do it?
I'm kind of thinking that if it's working, I'm half tempted to leave it alone.
I'm with you. Yeah, I would say chances are to mess anything up in there after the cobwebs is bigger than actually cleaning this up.
You probably want like a compressed air.
Yeah.
Compressed air type thing.
Fuse.
Yeah.
Confuse. I see if I can do anything here. So this was where the transistors live on.
Yeah.
Some coils over there, more transistors. Yes, and for me this is completely madness because give me a microcontroller. Oh, these pots are probably not good anymore.
Could be bad. Yeah. I think what I'll do is I'll connect it up. I've got the Bose speakers here. Let's see if it works. And if it works, then something like that switch. But I'm going to have to strip all the front part of it down to get to the switch. Clean it with distilled water. I could run them. I could give this a good clean. I'm just a bit like thinking, well, it's working. Which I think it is.
I think you're lucky because the caps are all right.
Yeah, they're not from that.
So no leaking here, and no bulging caps here.
Yeah, 30 psi or so. Greg, I'm going to see if I can get like a little air compressor.
Cut the red wire. Yes.
Yes.
No, it's a green one.
I understand the hesitation in your answer. Yeah, Long Dog. Compressed air in the papers. Yeah, I think that's the way to go with this.
Look, the first chip I see. 2041. It's the same number like the other one.
It's a 4065.
Yeah, I just realized. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
JRC, Japanese Radio Corporation.
It sounds like an op-amp.
Yeah, it sounds like a dual op-amp to me.
If it's not broken, don't fix it. Yes, boy.
Yeah.
Couldn't have said it better. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But somebody says these are not classed as retro collectibles anyway. But I'll tell you what, it sounds really nice with those Bose speakers.
Well, it's Bose speakers. If they would sound bad, nobody would buy that.
Yeah.
Okay.
The speakers are Bose 301s, by the way. Huh.
Okay, enough crawling.
Enough crawling.
Crawling in here. Yeah, I'm waking up the spiders here.
Okay, so that's mine. So this is kind of like if I've got some spare time, I'd like to get it working, and if I get it working, I'll take it home with the speakers and use it, or stick it on the roof with the roof terrace.
Yeah, that would be a great idea. Oh, that reminds me. Wasn't there something like a barbecue?
Oh yeah.
Last year,
which can now be this year. We have the barbecue.
When
okay, move that onto my bed.
Krista moved out,
Yes, we have the nice barbecue. Over here. The last thing, which came from the UK, and this is not very good now. So this.
Wrong camera.
This came over from the UK as well. There's a bit of a story to this, which I'll tell. coming out. It is kind of in bits. This thing.
Oh, it's a laser.
It's a laser.
Oh, damn it. I broke the surprise. Sorry.
No, yeah.
Sorry.
This thing. So, somebody brought me this around 2014 or so. Asked me to repair it. I couldn't fix it at the time. I think I knew what's wrong with it. And then it kind of got abandoned, and it eventually was at my mum's house for a while. And I thought, you know what, I'll take that over. I had the YouTube channel already at this time, so I thought I'm going to have another go at fixing this thing. So there you go. So this is the laser. You can see here. Let's get this thing out of the way because it's all obviously dismantled.
Okay, is this a global?
Okay, I'll tell you what this is in a minute. This here, these are the mirrors which deflect the laser beam. Okay, and these are voice coil motors. These are not stepper motors. These are voice coil motors. So effectively like a speaker. So this one will move the laser up and down.
The trick is they're faster.
They're much faster. This is an animation laser, so it creates like, you know, walking figures and stuff. So that's effectively like a speaker coil driving it that way, and this one horizontally. The mirror's a little bit missing on them, but the beam doesn't go on that bit. Then we have 3 lasers. So one is red. I'm not sure which order. We've got a red one, a green one, and that thing, a blue one. I'm pretty sure this one I think is something like 2.5 watts, and I can't remember what the others were. It's quite a powerful laser, this.
And then you got an optical mixer.
Yeah. So these things are dichroic. So effectively, like this, if you look at this laser here, this laser shines at this, and well, you can see through it. Yeah.
Let's see if the camera can see through this. Yes, it can.
Yes, but blue light will pass directly through it, for example, and say red light will bounce off it. So this one laser hits this mirror and bounces 90 degrees. Another one. So this laser shines directly through here, and then straight onto the mirror. That's the path, yeah?
I'll show you the path from above.
So that
I'm above the laser now.
Yeah, so that shines directly through both. This, whatever colour this is, this mirror thing, which is like a window mirror, reflects that coloured light specifically. So that does 90 degrees, and then this one lets both that one and that one directly through. You see what I'm doing? And then this one here bounces, say, only the red.
I know, optical mixer.
Optical mixer, thank you. So, guys,
actually, back in the days, I did build something. Like
so
that.
Jack can explain that better than me if it wasn't. So, that's the optical mixer, and what's wrong with it? This is the power supply. I think this power supply drives the blue laser. That one. This power supply I think powers the other 2, and then we've got some control boards and stuff in here. And then the
where's the controller for the
right. So the voice coil here.
Oh.
So the voice coil motors, the controller is an amplifier. Look, can you see the chip on there?
Yeah, because
it's like it thinks
yeah, you need something that can react really fast.
So it's some TDA, something or other. They have numbers on it, real.
No, they don't.
They did, and the reason being because I replaced one of them.
Ah, okay.
I used another board. Yeah, this plugs into that. It's just been moved out. So does that one have what your number you can see?
I don't know. A bit closer.
I replaced one of them.
You replaced them with numbers?
I replaced this one because I damaged the PCB track, one track, and I didn't have the hot air there. So what happens is, one of the voice coil, one of the voice coil motors works, yeah? So you get the full size scan, and the other one, once you go over a certain amount, it clips. So if, like you say, you were generating like a letter O, in one direction, you'll get the full size letter O, and the other, say, top and bottom, like you get the curve and it cuts off flat. So one of these amplifiers was clipping, and I've got a feeling I actually replaced the port on the wrong one. The one that was already working, so I replaced the port and it's still working, and I think the other one is the faulty one.
Oh, you got the data in the DMX?
I don't know when it's from, but I was given this about 2014.
How do you get the data in here? So this is DMX?
Oh, it's not DMX, sorry, no. DMX is too slow for this. It tells you here what it is. ILDA. So ILDA is something laser digital. You guys, something laser digital something or other. Yeah. Yeah, Dutch. Yeah, they're basically audio amplifiers exactly on the voice coil, exactly. How do you control it? Well, it has built-in patterns anyway, so you can use the built-in light.
Yeah, Patrick. One for accent or one for epsilon. Yeah. So yeah.
So you can. It has built-in light show. That's the ILDA. At least got Mercury.
Oh, look, DMX.
Yes, it has DMX, but
yeah, but you probably can.
But you can't create that to put your own animations.
Yeah,
you have to use the ILDA, so you have software.
Yeah.
So you see, it's a pattern size, yeah. So the fault of it is you have the pattern size. You have the pattern size down here somewhere, and it works. So you can see like a Christmas tree, for example, whatever it is, yeah. And as you go up and up, the width and the height increase, and by the time you get somewhere about here, the height won't increase anymore, so it becomes very flat. And the only reason for that is one of the amplifiers is clipping.
Yeah. What else do we have?
No,
so we got a mix, so you can do something like, okay, just go with the flow and do.
Yeah, set your sensitivity so you can have it like going to the time of the music.
This is probably a parallel connector here.
It's some sort of parallel interface. There's a little board.
Let's have a look what's on the other side.
Yeah, you connect it to a computer.
Yeah.
You connect it to a computer. It probably has like a parallel interface. Let me just run my finger across it for one moment.
Do the fingering.
Try that. Now you can read it. LM324.
Oh yeah.
Quad op amp.
Good old friend.
Or comparator. Yeah, there's probably three of them.
I'm guessing so. Let me see. 324. Crawl in.
That one's something.
HCF.
Oh, it's a CMOS chip of some sort.
Crap. Okay, you need to read this on top.
4053. Yeah. HCF4053 BE.
And can I get to you?
It's another 324, I think. You can't. And there was another HCF.
Yeah, something.
The same, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's. So basically, one of the amplifiers is clipping, whether it's the amplifier itself or something wrong on this input board, maybe. So when I tried to repair it, I basically switched the amplifiers around. Okay, so I know it's not the voice coil motors, it's one of the amplifiers or one of the channels that has the problem. And then on the one that I thought was a faulty one, I unsoldered the chip without any hot air and basic tools. And I managed to rip one of the tracks on the other side. So that's what the wires do, is just fixing that. And then this thing still did exactly the same, the other one did exactly the same.
So voltage rail, they're just low on voltage.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, when I was looking at this at the time, I hadn't done any electronic repair for about 20 years. I had a very long gap and I wasn't doing anything much with electronic repair. I'm sure now, with the things I've learned and with the challenge teaching you guys, I can fix this. And it's a nice laser, this thing. This will end up probably going to SonyADO or SonyDOT, and they'll stick this on the back of one of their floats.
Well, you're going to simply use it for Christmas.
Or you can just simply use it for Christmas. Yeah. I brought two other, what were they? They were, I think 1.4 watt lasers, or 2 watt lasers. I brought two over and I sold them to a friend of SonyADO years ago. Yeah, probably the voltage. Yeah, it could be. I agree with you, George. It could be. There's a lot of things it could be that perhaps at the time.
And I learned something today. Chris says, ILDA is International Laser Display Association.
Thank you. Yeah, I knew it was laser.
Chris.
It was digital. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's vibration resistant.
You know what the biggest problem is?
What?
Yes, we have the physical means to connect this to something, but This is probably something for a parallel port, I'm guessing here.
There's older software that you can get.
Yeah, but they will use something like a PC, and either way they have an interface that we can't get our hands anymore onto, or they're using something like a parallel port.
Okay,
this is going to be big fun trying to reanimate this somewhere.
So Elder,
oh shit!
Elder was popular in the 2010s. This is 2014, 2016. Elder was the thing then. So we're talking about 10 years ago. It was a thing.
10 years?
Yeah.
Really?
10 years ago, Elder, and it might still be. So you could get software that was like CAD software. You could draw your Christmas trees and stuff.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, and you can set up a show and that.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
You guys in the towers with Elder, what sort of connection does it use?
Joey,
is it still a thing?
That was my first thought, that it would be an RS-232, but then we would see on the PCBs, then we would see something like a Max 232.
Yes, or 424. Yeah, when we
decoding for the blah blah, and we just saw the HFC.
It had CMOS chips and.
Try this again.
Yeah.
Maybe this time the right way around.
4053.
453.
Two of those.
Yeah.
And then two LM324 quad op amps.
Could one of you please do the googly thing and let me know what the 453 are? Sounds like inverter, buffer, thingamajigs.
So yeah, I mean, there's going to be a microcontroller in this somewhere because it's got its own built-in light show.
Yeah, it must be. It's probably on the red board. Oh yeah, I see something bigger there. Bigger.
I can see a crystal.
Oh, the crystal is good. I see. Crystal 40 megahertz. The crystal is 40 megahertz.
Yeah.
Let's put your finger up. Leaning on the.
I'm just trying to get it out of the way for you.
Can you try to do the thing on the?
Yeah, let me try and move that wire. Yeah. Oh, give me a moment. Right, you've got a full view of the chip now. If you can get the camera in.
And we see nothing.
Nothing.
It's a thing.
It's a paint job.
Yeah, it's a paint job. 40 pins, right? Yeah, 40 pins.
Yeah, 40 pins. But I honestly think the problem is, like Dutch says also, is if a voltage rail or something causing that channel to clip. Good job, Richard. Stacks of retro XP motherboards. You might need one for this. Yeah, that's true. But I say Elder was popular 10 years ago. 10 or 12 years ago. So I'm sure it's still...
10, 12 years ago? I'd say you already did this with a USB. So plug in a USB thing.
Okay.
Prepare image 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and DMX it to simply select 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or something.
Yeah, so let's have a quick look. So, I'll
get you over to the other
Let
PC.
me go to the browser.
You were in the browser.
Yeah. Of course it's unplugged.
Yeah, you unplugged the thing, by the way.
I could plug it back in, by the way. I could plug it back in. So we stick that on there, and we stick that thing in there. Yeah. And then if we wait a few seconds,
we might get lucky.
I bet somebody can quickly look up for us something like ILDA PC interface and see what you get. Elder PC interface.
Peter is back. Man, that was fast. Thought you were going to have fun or something.
So ILDA.
I'll bring you over to the other PC.
ILDA PC interface. Let's see what comes up. Oh, I'm on YouTube all the time. I'm tapped in the wrong place. Oh, what's it? Oh, this is all about Elder. Elder lasers, how do they work? Oh, there's a picture of a lead from 4 years ago.
Okay, it looks really like a 25 pin thingamajig here.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. And it's network or something.
Network-based media server, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, smart fiber. Yeah, interface. Elder interface. Ah, it looks like. I bet it's USB. This thing.
This is what I was saying. Yeah.
Is she just going to show? Yeah.
Now we need to look up if this is buildable within Arduino.
Yeah, it probably could do. Yeah, just showing the interface.
That was USB. Nice.
AliExpress.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, AliExpress. Let's go for it.
It's done. Oh yeah, okay, you can do this too.
We can't. Okay. AliExpress. ILDA. Come on, let's go. We get the Spanish one, it's
Okay.
fine. We can live with
I
it.
realize I never Googled for something like that.
ILDA, no, it's got its own built-in light show, so we can test it. ILDA, ILDA interface, there you go.
Tim was faster.
Right. Oh, look. Do we get anything now? No, we don't. ILDA interface. PC.
No, there was a USB below that.
There was.
What they will do anyways.
Oh, there's some of the lasers. Okay, so
Oh, there you go.
network. Look at that. One to
Okay.
one
You know
to
what?
L.
For 18 euros, it doesn't make sense to build this. Yeah.
So it uses a LAN connection. There you go. Not USB.
Yeah. Well, it's faster, of course. And yeah, for a 2010 thing, yeah, it makes more sense to have a LAN connection.
Yeah. Okay, so we can look at that thing. So what? But again, this is mine, so it's kind of like
You need this for Christmas. For
Christmas.
Yeah. I will get him. Yeah. If we don't build this, you know, Jules will be really mad.
yeah. Okay, so
Yeah. And Jules makes great sandwiches.
but she does.
Can't you find the software? This is going to be fun.
I think there is free older software. As I say, this thing actually has its own built-in light show anyway. So you know.
Okay, it uses 25 pin DB for 25 connector, yeah, to transfer accept XY and the color RGB data. Yeah, so yeah, interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, I'm sure there was. I'm pretty sure there was at the time. I'm pretty sure there was some like free software. What they call it, open source, or what they call these projects. I'm sure there was software. You've got me thinking now, haven't you?
Yes. Well, you brought this.
I did. ILDA software.
Continue.
Download. It's free. Let's just see what comes up. I'm on the Spanish one, but download. Laser World releases free Elder software, completely free. Laser show control software. There you are. So yes, we can get the software for free. Yeah, look, 2016. I told you this was about 10, 12 years ago. See? Presented in 2016 for the first time to the public. Completely free laser show software. I mean, this looks like the laser shows we have at the Jumbo Centre. We have for the parties. We have stuff like this. We have stuff like this mounted on the back of the floats.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so this will probably end up on the back of a float after Christmas.
The LDA2 USB thing. Yeah. This would be my go-to thing too. Yeah. Because I don't want to run around with.
Yeah, but first of all,
20-year-old laptops to try this out. Yeah,
exactly. Well, first of all, I can actually test this using the built-in light show.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So, yeah, let's see if we can fix it.
Well, you know,
yeah, it's interesting.
I'm coming in when we need to draw the.
Yeah, Mookie. It does look good if I get it going.
Gotcha, Doug.
I mean, I haven't. It was years ago, but I know what it was doing, and it's probably doing the same thing now. It's working, but one of the X or the Y is clipping. So.
Okay, you know what? 10 minutes to go.
10 minutes to go, yeah.
And we were saying, okay, this is going to be a short
one. Yeah.
Okay, ask us anything.
Ask us anything, or we're going to go home.
Oh, we're going to go home. Yeah, indeed.
That's fine. Yeah.
Closing down the camera now, so this is serious.
Anything? Yeah, will be a good addition to your mum's cellar. Yeah, we look nice down there. It was, yeah.
Oh, can you make a video about repairing the Commodore 1080 monitor?
I don't have one.
Better. If you send us one, we probably can.
Does Carlos have one? I think Carlos.
No, he doesn't do much of with the C64 thing.
Yes, I could do. I was actually my qualifications, which is TV, video, and radio repair, which I took my sitting guilds in 1983. So although we were well into transistor era by then and ICs, we still had to be taught how to repair valve equipment. So yeah, I was taught on to do. But I've not done it since mid-80s or a few years after I finished that, I was working, and then as a side hustle at home, I was fixing TVs and video players. So I've not done it since back into the 80s. So I'm rusty, but I'm sure I could do it.
Peter says, or CRT monitor repairs in general. I would suggest have a look at Adrian's Black Digital Basement on the YouTubers. He does all kind of retro computer crap, and he probably has a repair video of a 1084.
Yeah. We see them at the car boot sale.
Oh, yeah, Dutch says. Sorry, Dutch. Yeah, sorry, I just saw your post. Yeah, yeah.
I don't know, Andy. Is it Andy or something? Andalay? I don't know where to source valves. I have some which came from the car boot sale.
True. Yeah, yeah.
But I don't know.
No idea. If my Marshall craps out on the tubes, I'm in.
I think those like EF whatever audio tubes, because there's a retro market. I think they're still made in.
They're available.
So yeah, they're all available.
Yeah. But anything else, no idea.
Yeah.
What's the winning number for lottery next week? 42, of course.
Of course, it's 42.
Yeah, it's always 42.
It's always 42.
Yeah. And Dutch wants to know what's the next video, so you need to do.
Okay, I actually have 2 videos because I have a lot of video editing to do now from the Carnival. I've actually recorded and uploaded, but not published yet, 3 more videos. So I have a couple of amplifier repairs, 2 of them. One I managed to fix and one I didn't manage to fix, and it's a follow-on to a previous one. So one I managed to repair, one I didn't manage to repair. So we're going to go Tuesday, Thursday, and I have the review of the Blackview phone. Remember the paperweight phone we had here, the 600 gram rugged outdoor phone with the infrared. So I did the review. No, I actually took it along with me yesterday as an extra power bank, and I thought, you know what, it'd be fun to run along at the end of the Carnival at night using that. Because he does an overlay of the video with the infrared. And I thought I could just record 30 seconds and stick it in the video. And I didn't do it, I forgot. By this time I'd had a few beers and stuff.
Yeah, this is a fun video, and we showed this around in the coffee, and we were going for, okay, you can use this for self-defense, because if you hit somebody in the head with that, it really hurts. Yeah. You need to wear steel toes on your boots, because if it hits your foot when it falls down, not good. And it's the perfect thing for not doom scrolling, because after 10 minutes your arms are so
heavy. Yeah. So I was looking around with it. I'm going to tell them this now. So I was looking around with this infrared camera with the optical overlay, the infrared, and we're looking at Ken. He's the male owner of the cafe. Then we went and pointed to his wife Sabrina, and I suddenly realised you can clearly see her underwear. And that's a Sabrina can see your underwear, and Ken said, "Where?" I said, "Luke." So that's another reason I thought I'd take you down to the Carnival.
We all said, "What underwear?"
No, she was wearing. You could close it. I'm sure if Ken was. But yeah, it was like so that was interesting.
Joey asked, "What's the big box behind the old TVs for?" I've seen that in a film and I couldn't stop laughing.
The big box behind the old.
You may mean where the cathode row tube goes, so the big bulky thing?
What?
On the old TV, so they're not like that, they're more like that?
This told you, no,
I'm just getting it. Moki says, "Well, I wish they had city guides for repair now."
City and Guilds.
Oh, City and Guild. I work in the UK education system with a degree in... What you say, David Bagger? Yeah.
I took my City and Guilds in '83. I'm not young.
Yeah, I actually watched a thing today. They're trying to ban 3D printers in the States.
Oh no, they're not trying to ban them. They're saying that.
No, they want to regulate.
They want to regulate them.
Yeah,
so they want to know what you're printing.
Yeah.
And that's all sort of nonsense. Like it's illegal to repair and stuff. It's
totally crap. So guys, if you want to buy a 3D printer, do it now if you live in the States, because
yeah, well, the thing is, don't have your computer online when you're printing stuff.
Yeah, but now you have to with that. So you need to verify that you don't building a weapon.
Well,
and what is a fucking weapon?
So how does this work? So you have a spare PC which you never connect to the internet.
Yeah,
and you connect it to your laser. Not your laser, to your 3D printer, and you stick your stuff on a USB stick. I mean, I don't see how you can possibly.
Then you can't print. The printer needs to be connected to the internet. You can't print.
I'm not talking about the existing ones.
Yeah, but not right now, yes. And don't buy something like Bamboo Labs, not a good idea, because this needs to connect it to the internet. Prusa doesn't.
Yeah, just like the age verification crap.
This is going to be a nightmare. Yes,
All
I'm with
bullshit.
you.
It's
I'm
all
with you,
bullshit.
Dutch. I'm with you. So with you, Dutch.
It is all
Yeah,
BS.
yeah.
I completely agree.
And this is all about control. This is all about fucking controls.
Yeah.
They're scared of Iran printing drones. They don't need to. They get them free from Russia.
Exactly.
Yeah, probably for oil.
BS indeed, Patrick. Completely agree.
Reibekuchen. Yeah, then guten Appetit, Patrick.
Yeah. So those are 3 videos. I'm going to do a lot of video editing for the Carnival video we just filmed. And I have, I can just show you, just enough time, so small. I have,
You know, you need to do the video, right?
yeah, I have this. No, we've got 2 minutes, no one. So this company contacted me, Zibu? Yeah, this company. Zibu or Zibu, with orange at the top.
Zaibu, I'd say. Okay, it's a multimeter.
It's a multimeter, and also with it, because it plugs into the multimeter, the clamp meter attachments, that plugs into the multimeter.
Okay.
Yeah. You can buy them separately, but I asked for this as well. So the reason they sent this, if you look at the picture, this is basically like the Aneng, which one was that, 870 I think it is, or the Zotac ZT217, the ones I use, yeah, and it looks the same as those multimeters, so we know it's a good multimeter if it is the same. But they said that this one internally has a lot of extra safety features which the other ones don't have, so it's proper cat rated and whatever. And they invited me to tear one down and compare it, because I have the other multimeters here, tear them down, and they said we will see the difference. So we're going to look at that. I think that's interesting, hopefully.
Zibu.
Yeah. So they basically say...
Also, this is an AN870.
Yes, an AN870, thank you, I couldn't get it. It's an AN870 or a ZT219. It says, and we know those are good multimeters, and they're saying it is that multimeter, but internally it's I don't know, whatever they've done to it, they say this one is a properly rated safety cat, whatever.
Yeah.
And said open it up and show them.
Peter, we're not at this children party. There's right over there is the church, and they starting at 6. So when we're closing down,
7. They start at 7.
Oh, 7. It was 7 already.
Yeah.
I'm completely confused here. You see.
And unfortunately, people take children to churches, which they should not be allowed to do unless they're over
Moki,
16.
there's no video already because Rich needs to make the video first.
Yeah, that one I need to make the video first.
So sorry.
What's on the list?
You need to wait for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it'll be I've got 3 done. Probably not this week. Could be the week after, because here Thursday and Friday are public holidays.
Oh yeah, it's Christmas coming up. Yeah.
So we've only got work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday and Friday the shopping centre is closed. I know you guys probably get Friday and Monday. A lot of you have Thursday, Friday.
Here over there, it's a bit weird from when coming from Germany. Yep.
Yeah.
Church of the Poisoned Mind. We don't know this. Yeah. You know?
Oh, that's
we know, but we now know.
No. That's Boy George Culture Club, Church of the Poisoned Mind. The song Culture Club. You remember those? Boy George, it was a guy who used to sing "I'm a man," and I thought, really?
Should I bring up some?
I'm a man without conviction.
Some of my songs?
I'm a man who doesn't know. He's singing "I'm a man," and I'm thinking that's debatable. I mean,
Yeah.
this is in the '80s, of course.
I know. Yeah. Paul
Okay,
was
guys.
there. Okay, see you soon. Yes, Paul.
We're done.
Indeed. Yeah, same here. Yeah.
Inductive.
Is there such a thing as inductive DC voltage measurement of this inductive pickup voltage capacitor? Very first one. I have no clue. But I'm,
Don't know. I'll recover. It's a good question.
But I'm realizing that I'm getting hungry. So
Yeah.
yeah. Thank you, Joe. Thank you for being there. Thank you for the
Thanks for
crazy
watching.
ideas, mate. Yeah, and yeah. I guess we see each other after Easter.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yep.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers.
And broadcast. And yes.